Okay, good afternoon, YouTube. Another watch show and tell here, brought to you by Phatkat Watches. Um, so if you're new to my channel and you haven't really watched any of my videos before, basically what I do is watch show and tells. I'm not a watch, and I know if you've watched my videos before, which I'm sure a lot of you have because you're subscribing, I know it's going to be kind of like the same old spiel. But I gotta give it, I gotta put it out there because, not everybody's been to my channel before. So I gotta tell you, so just bear with me here. Basically, I just, show you what the watch looks like on my wrist, okay? What I found when I was looking for watches to make my first Invicta purchase, you could find pictures, you could find the guy with the gloves, the white gloves, showing the watch on the spinning pedestal. And those are like just basically animated pictures. They don't really show you what the watch looks like on the person. So that's what I started doing. I was so impressed with the Invicta product line and also the Android USA product line that I started buying them, and I got rid of a lot of watches that I didn't really wear anymore, that weren't really my style anymore. Because very rarely do I get rid of anything, I felt such a passion for these Invictus that I just had to keep getting them. So I moved a lot of my old watches that I didn't really wear anymore, because these watches, these big chunky dive watches, they're not for everybody. They surely are for me, and they do have a pretty big following, and a lot of people keep subscribing, and I'm having a good time with it. So what I do is just kind of give you just a few tidbits about each watch, not really any kind of, I don't puke a bunch of facts about the watch. I tell you a few things. Measurement's important. I'll throw the movement in there too. Weight is always kind of an important bit of information, although I don't always give you the full accurate one. Sometimes I'll weigh it before I make the video and give it to you what it's going to be after it's sized. But most importantly, I show you what it's going to look like on the person, on the wrist. I have 7-inch wrists. I weigh about 165, 170 pounds. I'm 5'8" tall. And basically all watches look pretty big on me, but I've seen guys with the smaller, like 6 1/4 inch wrist, and they're just massive. That little bit makes a big difference. So, that's about it, really. So let's see. So what I've also been doing is every time I get a new watch, I go ahead and make just a quick show and tell about it, show you what it looks like. And then lately I've been doing these side-by-side comparisons. So my goal is to compare every single watch that I can get my hands on, whether it be ones that I own or ones that I've started this wave of Invicta passion in my work, where a lot of the guys and girls are picking up watches. I've been solely responsible for about six purchases at work. And a lot more online because you guys drop your comments and tell me about it. So take note, Invicta, and take note, Android. So let's begin here. The side-by-side comparisons are kind of good because basically allows you to see not only what it looks like on the person to get an accurate idea of what it might look like on you, but also to show, maybe you're kind of deciding on which one do I want better. Maybe you have one of these and you're like, gosh, I really can't tell, what it looks like comparison to the watch that I already have. Side-by-sides are a really good way for you to get an idea of, like, let's say you have the Hydromax and you're like, gosh, the Sea Hunter, it doesn't seem like it's that much bigger. Well, when you see it side-by-side, it is. So let's begin, okay? So today we're going to be comparing this one here. This is just, I'm so glad I got this. This is the Invicta Sea Hunter, full size. Hard one to get. That one, I think there's only one in the world right now that I can find on Google, and it's about $600. This is the mother of pearl with the two-tone band. Just a sweet piece. This one here is your Hydromax. These are all over the place. Just a great price point. Big difference in the price of these watches. I mean, the Hydromax or the Sea Hunter, you're looking at over double, but hey, it doesn't matter. This is definitely one to have for your collection. So I picked this review. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing all reviews, but also every watch I have is gonna go side by side, and the ones my coworkers bring in, we're gonna be doing that too. But I was excited about doing this one because these are the two biggest watches that Invicta makes, and when I say biggest, they each hold that title in two different categories here. One, the Sea Hunter is going to be the biggest in diameter. Now I know some of you are going to be like, wait, no, there's other ones. There is. The Grand Arsenal is awfully close, but it's not as big as this one. This one gets it by like maybe a millimeter or two. Still, the Grand Arsenal is my all-time favorite, but this one here is the heaviest watch that Invicta makes, okay? Sized or unsized, it is the heaviest. And then, of course, the Hydromax holds that number one big beefiest in thickness. Thickest watch Invicta makes right here, the Hydromax. 29 millimeters from case back to top of the crystal. And I just wanted to do this side-by-side comparison just to show you that difference there. The Sea Hunter, I'm not going to, you can look at the other video I have on this that tells you about the movement and a little bit more about it. But basically, the important stuff on this video is what it looks like on the wrist, and of course, the fact that this one here, the measurements on this one, you're looking at 58 millimeters on the bezel, okay? But like I said in other videos, they measure this thing to the actual crown and pushers because they stick out so much on this watch. You're looking at about 65 millimeters. 63 to 65 millimeters all the way to the end of that crown, okay? Thickness, here's the other thing. 23 millimeters in thickness. Now, if any of you have a Venom watch, you know how thick and chunky the Venom watch is. Venom's 22, so this is thicker than a Venom, okay? This is a massive watch. I can't, when you hold this in your hand, it's unbelievable. Like, if you've held a Venom's a pretty heavy watch. This thing, it's like I shouldn't say no comparison, but it's definitely bigger. It's definitely a lot heavier. This one here comes unsized, 17 ounces. It's massive, okay? It's just massive. So, and then of course, the Hydromax, you're looking at 29 millimeters in overall thickness and a 52 millimeter case. Just a chunk watch. So let me go ahead and throw these babies on. Let me show you side by side first before I do that. I'm sorry it's a little bit dark in here. We got a gloomy day out there. So 23 versus 29. Quite a difference. And you don't realize how big. Like, you look at this Hydromax, you're like, wow, that Sea Hunter's not that big. The Sea Hunter is massive, let me tell you. And I've said before in a few videos, I hope one day Invicta says, you know what, we're going to go over the top, make a watch this size, 63 millimeter total, with a 30 millimeter thickness. That would just be a chunk. I mean, chunk of a watch. And I love that kind of stuff. I don't know how well it would sell. I think it would because I'm not alone. People love these big watches. So let me go ahead and throw the Sea Hunter on the wrist here. I like the Sea Hunter so much that I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up next week an all-black model. And I'm not really a black watch fan. I like them a little flashier. But I think it's going to be kind of cool because the side, this rubberized coating on the bezel will blend right into the black case. I think it would be kind of a nice looking watch. So we'll see. I might pick that up. And here's the Hydromax. Let me go ahead and throw this baby on right here. All right, let me get the ratchet clasp. All right, there we go. All right, so there you go, side-by-side comparison. You can just see how huge the Sea Hunter is. Two really interesting watches, really cool. Definitely one to have for the collection. Generally, the full-size Sea Hunters you can pick up under $400. Hydromax around Christmas time, I've seen them going for like $150. I got a sweet deal on this. I won a bid. I got it for like $130. Unbelievable price. Had to get it. Really glad I did. Just got to shop smart. Definitely don't hesitate to check out the website, PHATKATWatches.com. That'll give you a lot of useful information, a little bit more about the watches. There's plenty of links on there where you can purchase them from reputable sellers. And look for the next upcoming weeks. I'm going to be changing the website a little bit to add seller reviews.